Hi everyone, Gabby here. So this evening I'm going to be trying for the first time to make orange chicken, baked orange chicken. Instead of frying the chicken, we're going to bake it. Cornstarch, then you put it in the egg, and then you put it in the flour, and then you put it on the tray to bake it. And I guess you bake it really high temperature, like 450, so that's going to make it crisp up. And I already pounded this chicken out because I like the chicken really tender, and I cut it into little cubes. So I'll do a couple of these with you, but I won't hold you up real quick for the whole pan, okay? And I'm making some jasmine rice and some broccoli to go in it. This recipe is going to use orange marmalade. It's another thing about this recipe, it seems really easy. Some soy sauce, and I'm going to just use the mixed up salt for my seasoning. But this has dried garlic and onion powder and other spices and herbs, so I'm just going to use this for the seasoning. Alright, so let's give this a go, and I'll try not to make a mess because it does seem like you can have a mess of it all here, so I'll get everything as close as I can. I'm going to try to do a couple of pieces at a time. I guess I didn't cut this up quite as good as I thought I did. Let me know how you make your orange chicken. Do you ever try it like this in the oven as opposed to frying it? I did try to just make some chicken. I thought that maybe it would just make kind of nice chicken nuggets for my grandson. And I did it this way. So we tried frying it in the vegetable oil, but it was very oily, so it wasn't that great. Alright, so now the egg. Alright. See how that worked out. I may have to do, I mean, this is only one little breast piece, and I literally might have to do 2 trays. I'm not really sure. We'll see how that works out for me. Alrighty, we have the chicken in the oven. You're supposed to turn it after 10 minutes, which makes sense, so it'll get crispy on both sides. I did put it on parchment paper. So in the meantime, I'm going to try and mix up the sauce for this, and I'm not going to make a whole lot because I really, I'm not making a big batch of a huge size. So I guess, that smells good. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to put it in this jar and just kind of mix it together a little bit, and then I'll start cooking it down. And I'm not going to put huge amounts of anything in because, like I said, this is such a small amount. The 2 biggest items are going to be the marmalade and the soy sauce, because that's why I've never made the orange chicken at home, because it's always, all the recipes are like a list of spices and things this long, and I just don't want to purchase all that stuff for one and done kind of use. So this seemed pretty simple. Most of the stuff I already had on hand. I'm not really going to buy anything. I even had some sesame seed I can sprinkle on the top. So we're just improvising. Ooh. So I would say that's about maybe 2 tablespoons of the orange marmalade. And then I'll put, oh my, sometimes I have to use this little gizmo for opening things. It works wonderful. Yes. Okay. Do I need to shake this first? Maybe better. Alright. Never hurts to give a little shake to your stuff to mix it up. Alright, and then I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. And I think you can use rice vinegar. I don't have any rice vinegar, so I'm just going to use a splash of apple cider vinegar. That's a teaspoon. I think I'm just going to put a quarter. I mean, because a little bit of this stuff goes a long ways. Okay. And let me turn this fan off. That's probably distracting, isn't it? Now, let's see how much we should put of this. I would say half a teaspoon of this. We can always add more to give it some flavor. And like I said, this already has the onion and garlic powder and all that stuff in it. So that's about a half a teaspoon. And I'm going to put this on top. So I'm going to give this a shake, and then I'll just give it a taste and see if it needs to be added to anything else. It looks good. Definitely smell the vinegar. If anything, I think it needs more of the jelly. And I'll heat this up, and if I don't really care for the sauce, I just won't add very much of it. You know, that's the good thing about making your sauce separate. All right. So I guess we'll give that a taste and see what we should add to it. Let me rinse this off. All right, here goes nothing. That's very good. So anyways, that's what that looks like. It is very good. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in the saucepan and heat it up. So when the chicken comes out, I'll be ready with the sauce already cooked down. I'll show you what the chicken looks like whenever it comes out of the oven when I have to turn it at 10 minutes, okay? Well, the chicken is about ready to come out of the oven, so we'll give that a turn and see how it looks. But cooking on 450 degrees, that should crisp it up pretty good. There we go. All right, that's what it's looking like. Oh my goodness, let's not have an accident here. Okay, so now we're just going to give these a turn. Okay. Hopefully they won't stick too bad. Oh yeah. I would say they probably could have went a little bit longer on that side, but we'll go ahead and turn them like the recipe says and see what we get. Oh, I'm going to like this so much better without it having all that grease in it because, yeah, that just did not turn out good. In fact, after I had fried them in the grease and the vegetable oil, I put them in the oven just to cook some of the vegetable oil out of it, so that did not go goodly. But anyway, so this is what that's looking like. Now we're going to put it back in there for another 10 minutes. Okay. All right. And we'll be back and see how they look after another 10 minutes, okay? All right, so I think the chicken is done. And we'll get a little piece to taste. And I got this cooking back here, so it's cooked down a little bit. If you can see that, I just cooked that down a little bit. Using that orange marmalade is really a great idea. So you don't have to, you know, mess with all the orange and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's definitely crispy. And I guess, you know, probably when we put it in the sauce, that'll help thicken thicken up the sauce a little bit more because it's still got some flour bits on it. All right. Oh yeah, that looks good. It's done. Okay. All right, guys, so let's give this a little taste. Just tastes like plain chicken nuggets or baked chicken. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put some of the jasmine rice on the plate so we can give it a taste. I have some broccoli here that I went ahead and cooked. Put a few pieces of that in there. And now we'll put a few pieces of chicken. Okay, guys, and I'm just going to put some sauce on that. Okay, so there we go. That's what it looks like. Alrighty, let's give it a taste. Yay! Try to get a little bite of everything here. Some rice, some chicken, and some broccoli. Oh my goodness, guys, this turned out amazing. This is going to be a great dinner tonight. Put a little bit of the sesame seed on it. There we go. I hope that you get to try this recipe. It's really delicious doing it in the oven, and it was quick too. This is Gabby. I'll be back again later, and I hope you will be too. Bye.